Peter Obi did a statement and he asked what exactly is wrong with us as a country. Well, the question is, if you ask me, who I go ask? Here's a statement from him. He said, even as I am studying the 2024 fiscal budget as presented to the National Assembly last week, I cannot wait as I am compelled to ask, what is exactly wrong with us as a country? I ask this question because it is hard for me to understand some of the recent happenings in our nation in these critical times. The recent news about a budget provision of 15 billion naira for the construction of a new residence for the vice president, which is he's not my vice president, is both shocking and disheartening, considering the many important challenges facing the nation. Just recently, in the supplementary budget, the sum of 2.5 billion naira was included for the renovation of the vice president's residence in Abuja, which means that he already has a residence. Again, during the budget presentation, I heard the sum of 3 billion naira was allocated for the renovation of the vice president's residence in Lagos. If we total all these sums, we would have budgeted the sum of 20.5 billion naira for the housing of the vice president at this critical time when we are not just the world's poverty capital, but more people are falling into poverty, with so many Nigerians not knowing where their next meal will come from. Our health facilities have collapsed and unemployment is skyrocketing. I'm convinced that 99.9% of Nigerians can only dream of living in the current residence of the vice president. Several people employed in the universities are not being paid. Just to give example, the salary of a professor in a Nigerian university is about 400,000 naira, which without removing tax is about 5 million a year. What we have budgeted for the housing of the vice president, who is already luxuriously housed, is therefore the annual salary of about 3,000 professors. This is the finance needed to develop the much needed human capital. The budget of 5 billion for student loans, which is yet to be disbursed, is only a tiny percentage of the cost of the vice president's new home. We are projecting to use 4 times the amount for educating all Nigerian indigent students to house the vice president. And we are being told that there is nothing wrong with us. I'm sure the major teaching hospitals in Nsukka, Lagos, Ibadan, Zaria did not receive this much capital vote in the budget this year. We've had leaders that were exemplary in the past. Most Nigerians may not know that the popular 1004 flats in Lagos was a land allocated for the building of a presidential mansion for the then head of state, General Murtala Mohammed. He sternly turned down the offer and instructed that the land should be used to build blocks of flats for civil servants. That is a kind of sacrificial leadership worth emulating. Our leaders must therefore stop the recklessness and insensitivity to the plight of the masses. We need leaders who show compassion and are willing to sacrifice for common progress and development. Such compassionate and frugal leaders are critical in our journey to the new Nigeria. I think there's nothing to add here, so I'm going to end this video here. Everything is captured in that statement. Thank you for watching.